What's going on, everybody? It's Dot Bets checking back in. We got Sidekick Picks with us again as we do our official NFL Week 1 live show. The optimism is incredibly high. We are super excited to get this show rolling. I hope you guys have tuned into some podcasts of ours. We will be doing those again coming up, reviewing Week 1. You can expect this show every Sunday morning as well at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. And this is all powered by Props.cash. As you guys can see on the screen, player props research made easy. These guys have a one-of-a-kind system. It's absolutely amazing. We'll show you guys it. We'll bounce plays off of it throughout the year with you guys. And if you guys have any questions about props, we will look here on the stream and answer any of your guys' questions. So, Sidekick, how are we feeling? Also, forgot to plug this, 25% off at props.cash. Use code on the dot. I'm giving out a free monthly membership to my VIP plays. I'm excited to get after it. And if you guys are on YouTube or are on Twitch, the comment section, we would love to hear from you guys. This show will be directly correlated with your guys' questions. We'll have some plays for you guys, but we really want to hear from you guys on a fantasy start sit, any type of touchdown parlays that you guys are putting in, or just regular spread total bets at all. So, Sidekick, how are we feeling, man?
Good. Excited to finally get some NFL football going here.
I'm beyond excited. We have True Styles in the building. Let's fucking go, boys. We got Keith Wolf on the dot, ready to get going. If you guys have any comments or concerns, obviously, or questions, let us know. We are all about it, ready to get after it. So, without further ado, we're going to go through some plays. I know we have some inactives and actives. So, if you have if someone wants to keep us posted in the chat, maybe something hops up. I just saw Dearness Johnson become out as well. So we will get after it. Let's put the PowerPoint presentation on, and what we'll do is just go through our picks, and then we'll give out some DFS advice: who we're starting, who we're not starting, what we're stacking, and then we were going to keep our record. Every single week, you'll see my record, you'll see a collab record, and then you'll see Sidekick's record as well. So with us being obviously the first show, I think currently I'm 2-1 plus 135, 1.35 units. What are you currently in the NFL? What'd you do on Thursday?
So on Thursday, I went 2-0. I hit that Bills promo that they had on DraftKings. They go up by 7.
Yep.
So I hit that, and then Stephon Diggs over 5.5. He has 6 at halftime. So 2-0.
Yep.
That's what I've done so far.
So what combined? 4-1?
Yeah.
So we know what the hell we're doing in the NFL. We get super excited about the NFL. True Styles says Chenault inactive after trade. Yeah, probably didn't learn the game plan or a playbook too quickly on that end. All right, so let's get after it. I'll show my first play of the day. We're going to go to Detroit, which is supposed to have a sellout crowd, which is absolutely insane. You don't see that very often in Detroit, but I have this game being a high-scoring affair. The Eagles are probably one of the most hype teams in the NFL in the offseason. They've made additions on both sides of the football that should improve this team. And we have them, if you listen to one of our podcasts early on about the NFC East, we have them winning the NFC East. However, I still think this Lions team is going to be better than most people believe as well. And I think both of these offenses trump their defenses. And I see this number actually started at 46.5, and I've seen it up as high as 49. I'm ready to go here for 1 unit play, 48.5. I think it was 44-6 last year's meeting between these two teams, and the Eagles absolutely stomped them. I still think the Eagles can control this game, but do not rule out the grittiness. If you guys have watched Hard Knocks, Dan Campbell has this team going, and he had them going last year. They didn't really they really weren't out of many games. They stayed in it till the fourth quarter. Obviously, this blowout 44-6 game was not one of them. But towards the end of the season, you could see the traction that this team was building. So another trend, obviously, overs are 8-0 in the last 8 meetings between these two teams. That intrigues me very, very, very much. Give me all of the Eagles lines. And if you want to DFS stack this game, I can't complain with you here. I actually have one of these guys, one of them in the millionaire. I had an Eagles 3x1. So I had Hurts, I think it's Hurts, Smith, and Brown, or Hurts, Smith, and Goddard. And you either come back with St. Brown or you come back with Swift. One of those two should have a very, very nice game for the Lions. If you want to get a little bit more against the grain, you can go DJ Chark, which is Sidekick's boy.
Oh, I love Chark this year. And I'm with you on the Eagles-Lions train. I have one play. I'm taking Eagles money line, Broncos money line parlay, and that was plus 117 when I locked it in. So that's a big play for me. And I'm also on the 3-1 stack. And I went St. Brown over Swift.
You went St. Brown, yeah. You can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
And we don't advise a 3x2 stack unless it's like a smaller slate. A 3x1 is all you need. That's going to make your lineup incredibly different. But then we got some news here. So Marcus Peters is out. Ravens have some injuries. That game scares the living piss out of me, even though we have them in a teaser for VIP. We're riding strong still. We just need them to win that game. And then we also have Drake London is active. So that Saints-Falcons game is a little bit more intriguing for me. If you're going DFS style there, I would not be opposed to
thought about it.
I did too. We got Keith Wolf saying Detroit money line here.
They're a good team. Offensively, they're a really good team. I like the weapons they have. So, but I just think this Eagles team is primed and ready to take over that NFC East.
Yeah, and I think these teams are going to be playing a little bit faster this week. And you're the Eagles. You just got A.J. Brown. You're going to try to show off your new offense. I don't think they're going to run it as much as they did last year. So just look out for Brown. Look out for Smith, Goddard. Love that stack this week. Next play for me is the 49ers Vikings teaser. So I got this with the line, the Vikings being +1, and I teased it up to the important number +7. However, it's at -2 right now. So this got heavily steamed overnight. What you could do is just take the Vikings money line if you want to right now. It's at -130. Or you can I would suggest probably not playing this teaser whatsoever. Because I mean you're not going to tease through zero. That's number one rule of teasing. Do not tease through zero. So this obviously we made this the PowerPoint on, was it Friday night? I think I made it. So that's where this line comes from. So I would advise currently if you want to just take the Vikings money line, I would be all for that. 49ers are without Kittle, as True Styles is showing us here. Kittle is inactive today. And there's a little bit more rain in the forecast there. My advice on this one, take the Vikings money line. You got any say on that?
So I mean, I like this pick. I think the 49ers are going to roll over Chicago. So I'm actually playing a 3-1 stack with the Niners. And it's pretty obvious. Trey Lance, Ayuk, Debo, and then you can come back with either Mooney or Kmet at tight end.
I like that. Yeah, Kmet's not a sleeper, but he's a guy that he's second fiddle to Mooney, so he's going to get a ton of targets. Mm-hmm. I want to see what is
super cheap. He's like 3,700 on DraftKings.
Yeah, and he's coming in at like under 5% ownership too. And so, I mean, I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to that. I just, with the rain in this schedule for the game, I'm just a little bit nervous of the fantasy output in this one for sure. But one of my biggest exposures in DFS this week is Elijah Mitchell, for the 49ers. He ran for like 150 yards against this team last year, and the Bears made zero improvements to their run defense. I I don't see how he doesn't do it again. Give me a little bit more of a bump to Elijah Mitchell here. And Stanton 3020 says Mooney loves Darnell Mooney. We got True Style saying he took his over 4.5 receptions. What do you think about that?
If you give me a second, I'll look up what projections I have for it. It might take me a couple minutes though.
I mean, he's like I said, he's going to be the top target there, and if they're down, I can definitely see him getting a buttload of targets. All right, we'll go into the third pick. We got 6 picks here. I got 2 myself. We got 2 collabs, and we got 2 of Sidekicks plays. The next one, what we have here is our collab prop with Saquon Barkley, over 26.5 receiving yards, a little bit juiced, minus 125. Let me hear your points on Saquon and why you love him here.
Yeah, I mean, he's hit that numerous times in the past few seasons. Obviously, last season he didn't have the greatest output and only hit this 4 out of 11 games that he played last season. But he was banged up quite a bit, and he had a really good camp and preseason. So I think he's primed to take off here. Projections have him at 34 receiving yards. Mm-hmm. So I think this number is definitely capable of hitting.
Yeah, my thing with this play is more of the offensive line issues that the Giants continue to have, where they're going to have to get the ball out quick. And it could be quick to Tony. It could be quick to Wan'Dale. But I believe it's going to go a lot to Saquon, maybe some screens here and there. But I really, really like Saquon here. He's 6,100 in DFS. He's going to be projected for 20% ownership. He's going to be heavily owned for good reason. I'm not too worried about his injury coming back from that. He looks fully healthy, as we've seen in training camp and preseason. And he's got a new coach. So, and I really think he's going to get after it with this new coach. This Giants offense should surprise people today. Plus 5.5 dogs. I've seen a lot of people on them. Maybe just as a progression with the Titans' regression with the lack thereof of targets and weapons for the Titans. So I really like Saquon here. We're going to go after that. We got True Styles as the question here. Thoughts on over 43.5 for the Saints and Falcons? What do you think about that, Side?
Oh, I don't know. Over-unders are tricky for me. I don't know. You're probably better at over-unders than I am. I do want to go back to that Darnell Mooney pick real quick.
Yeah.
So my projections have him at 4.8.
So line's pretty accurate then.
Yeah. So for me, I would personally stay away from that line.
Yeah. I on my end for this Saints Falcons, I'm biased to say the over here because I'm a big fan of the Saints. Not like a true fan. I've always had Kamara on my fantasy team, and I always think he can put up like 40 points a game. But you've seen Winston chuck it plenty of times. And he's got Olave, he's got Thomas back. Now he has Kamara. They have Jarvis Landry. And the Falcons, they're going to be better than some believe. They're going to have Mariota's a fairly decent quarterback in this league. Pitts, London, they have Patterson. They have pieces on offense to compete. Plus, I just don't think their defense is going to be worth a damn. So they're going to have to put up points on their end. I would slightly lean the over here. And we keep coming with the comments. Make sure you guys ask. If you guys have any fantasy start sit questions, if you have any prop questions, keep them coming. We'll make sure to answer them on our end. Keith Wolf says, what do you got?
My projections for the Saints over-under is at 43 points total.
43 points? So it's right there. So I'm going to be a little bit biased. I'm going to go with the over here. So who do you got in the wide receiver 1 in Green Bay? Lazard is out. It's a tricky situation. My wide receiver 1 is Aaron Jones there.
I was just going to say that.
That's cheating, but it's
wide
true,
receiver
damn it.
2 is Tanyan.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's going to probably gravitate towards Sammy Watkins in week 1. Dubs will be involved. You got Randall Cobb there still. It's just Cobb.
especially DFS this week.
He's going to be low on. No, it's going to be everyone's gravitating towards Sammy Watkins. So my default would be probably Sammy, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cobb does it. We got another question here. 18-team league. That's a lot of teams in that league. Ayuk. Do I start Ayuk or Sammy? I'm going to go Ayuk. Yep.
High ceiling for Ayuk.
We got Max. He says Dak or Lance with the weather.
Lance.
Yeah, I'm gonna still say Lance. He can rush and do a lot more. And I think with Dak and the Cowboys, they might struggle on Sunday night. All right, we got our fourth play coming at you. It is our boy. If you have listened to our podcast, we absolutely love this guy. Travis Etienne, over 21.5 receiving yards. Yeah, definitely one of the most hyped training camp players. And if you see Thursday Night Football, A-Rob was very, very hyped. Akers was a little bit less hype, but you still had some concerns there. But A-Rob had like one target and looked like absolute crap. I don't see that being the case here with Etienne. He's going to be a huge factor of this offense. I don't care if Robinson is going to eat into any of his playing time. I don't see that being the case, especially in the pass game. I have this closer to 24. So I'm just going to keep it at a 1U play, but I truly, truly like this guy. And I think this is one of the lower time. It started at 17.5, didn't get that number. It came back on the board at 24.5, and then it settled at 21.5. So I think people really don't have too much of a clue. The books don't have a clue. I'm going to go safely here with 21.5. What do you got to say about this one?
Yeah, I love this play. Pretty much all the same reasons you said. We talked about this quite a bit. And my projections have it at 23.5. So it's not a higher number. That line's pretty tight, but there is some advantages of taking it. And the probability of it hitting is roughly 54%. So we're getting a slight edge at where it is. And I think that trust factor, that chemistry between the two is going to pay off for us today.
Yeah, I 100% believe that chemistry that they've created. They played college ball together. I know he missed last year. I don't think that is much of a concern here. So give us all of Travis Etienne as receiving yards. So we'll go into two more plays. We have Sidekick actually has a 2-unit play to end the show. So we'll get that one rolling last, and then we'll go on props.cash platform. And if you guys have any prop questions, we'll look to see what they like in their end. And if you guys have any touchdown parlays, we'll see who you like in there. We'll give our best bet to get in the end zone at the end of the show as well. We'll probably be here for another 5 to 10 minutes or so, depending on how many questions we have left. All right, so the next pick, you are all on this one. This is the most bold one. Like it. This is the most bold pick I've ever put on the show, and I love it.
Yeah, so I picked Ingram just because he has this guy's got all the tools. He just needs to figure it out, stay on the field and stay healthy. So coming in here, I think we'll see a lot of dump passes. Big athletic tight end. He'll get his fair share of targets. Projections have him at 3.2 receptions. So again, he's going to get that target look. And I think he can bring them in. Probability of cashing is 56.5%. And if we look at last season, he went over this number 6 games last year with Danny Dimes throwing to him. So I like it. I think
he probably could have been 100% if he would just stop dropping the football.
I know that's why you don't like it, but he's going to get looks, and I think he can bring him in today.
They didn't sign him for nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's going to be on the field. I have him in a Millie lineup just for the sake that if he does go off, because the Millie's $5, you can throw some insane, crazy lineups in there today and see if it hits. So I have him in one of mine. I don't feel good about it, but I'm doing it. All right, and then the 2-unit play that Sidekick is on.
Oh, I love this play.
Our boy.
Beautiful. So projections have Damien Pierce at 14.5 attempts today. and we're getting this at a buyer's market. He's on it for 11.5. I love pretty much all of Damien Pierce's props except for his receiving props. So rushing attempts, just because he's the guy here. I don't see Burkhead getting too much actions. They cut Marlon Mack, so they really believe in this guy. He had a good camp. Probability of this hitting is at 60.8%. So this is a really good find. Usually props are right around the 50% mark. So anytime we get 60% value on a prop, I'm definitely putting a little bit more money on it. So love this play. My favorite play of the day.
And what helps this pick is I've seen a lot of people in the industry, a lot of sharp people in the industry on the Texans. So if they can keep it somewhat close today, which is not, it's not out of the realm of possibilities with the way the Colts open the season historically. They've lost 3 of the last openers. You have an offense that's capable of keeping up with the Colts, I think. Davis Mills is surprising a lot of people. They have Cooks, they have Collins, and then you have Damien Pierce, who has jumped onto the scene here. Only way this doesn't hit is if they get absolutely blown out and they have to go to, they have negative game script. They can't establish the run at all.
But still, 11.5 is so low for a starting running back.
For a starting running back that they absolutely have shown to love. So I'm all in with you on this play as well. Really, really like that angle. He's going to be popular today in DFS. I want to say he's like close to 20-something percent.
So I have a really, really good DFS pick.
Okay, let's hear
it. Mike Davis.
Whew,
I'm sure his value is going to creep up, or the ownership is going to creep up because Dobbins is not going to play today.
Yep.
But I think he's at $4,200.
Yeah, I think it's 44. And I threw him in the Discord. So I mean, he has the ability. He's shown it last year with Atlanta. He can be a guy there, and if they're going to definitely run the football, that's what the Ravens do. Him and Drake should be involved there. And then to add on to this Pierce play, no Shaq Leonard as well. So that's another key component missing for the Colts defensively. So definitely could see this Damien Pierce one hitting for sure. So we'll just slowly creep back to what we got. So on the Eagles-Lions over, we have the 49ers-Vikings teaser. That's kind of out of the books now. What we would advise is go Vikings money line here. Then we have Saquon over 26.5 receiving yards. Etienne over 21.5 receiving yards. And then Evan Ingram, the bold pick of the day, over 2.5 receptions. And then we have Damien Pierce with a over 11.5 rushing attempts, 2-unit play. So we'll keep these up to date every single week. We'll see what our record is. As always, make sure to check out props.cash. They have one of the best platforms that you can easily find. You can go to any game possible. You can see what the newest feature that I absolutely love that they're doing is if you go to any game and you click rushing, it goes to Swift. You can see his rush yards, and then if you go to his touchdown here, you see the new feature is his red zone history. So anybody on this platform, you can see their red zone history. You can see exactly what play was ran, what time in the game it was ran, exactly what you want. People search the internet trying to find that particular information, and they make it easy, and it's right here at your fingertips. Use code on the dot for 25% off, and make sure you guys let us know that you guys go ahead and sign up, because we'll give you guys a month free of VIP as well. So to end the show, who is your favorite guy to score a touchdown this week?
Oh, put me on the spot.
Come on. Come on.
Honestly, Dalvin Cook. He has 8 touchdowns in 5 games against Green Bay.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it's minus 140. I don't like that, especially for a touchdown. So, what I am probably going to do is take him first half touchdown, which
Ooh.
is plus 175. He's going to get the looks. His numbers in the zone are ridiculous. This team likes to run the ball through him, so he's definitely going to get the chances. So
Love
I
it.
like him.
I'm gonna give 2. So the guy that I have on display here, Swift, he is my pick to click today to get in the end zone. My other one is going to be AJ Dillon. He's at plus, I think, 170 currently. He's the red zone back at the green for the Packers. I don't know how he's at plus 160, plus 170. Jones, you see at plus 110. They get close to the end zone, they're going to put Dillon in. Dillon's going to be on the field a majority of the time. Both of them will be on the field. Give me some AJ Dillon. Do you have an outcast one that's like plus 300 or above by chance?
If you give me a second,
all right. I want to give that one out too.
I'm going to be a homer though.
Oh, of course you are. I know exactly who you're going to. I know.
It's not 300.
What is it?
Who do you think it is?
Mo Alley?
Damn it.
I knew you were going there.
He's going to get one. I like him. I'll keep looking for a 301. If you got it, you can share it.
I don't know what his odds are currently, but if you had Sammy Watkins early on he was like plus 3 something. I think he's at plus 200 or something like that for Sammy. So one of those two.
DJ Chark's plus 220.
Yep. I would say my favorite one is in that other. I'm going to stay in that Vikings game. KJ Osborne at plus 235. Just a crazy odd guy who can catch a deep ball. They're worried about Thielen. They're worried about Jefferson and Cook. So KJ Osborne could definitely get it right there.
I like that. I'd probably go DJ Chark.
Chark?
Yeah, in the preseason, big red zone guy. He's going to be a deep threat. He had, I think, two touchdown grabs in one of the preseason games with Jared Goff. It's not your plus 300, but plus 220. I like it.
Could definitely hit, man.
And you like the over, so they're going to need points.
Yes, I agree. All right. Well, if you guys do have any other questions, hit us up on Twitter at Sidekick Picks and at .bets, or join the free Discord if you're on YouTube. The link is in the description. If not, go to my link tree on Twitter, join the free Discord, ask any questions you guys have. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, as we will do this every single Sunday morning. Answer any questions you guys have. We appreciate the interaction this morning, and let's cash all of our bets. We are ready to get after. We have NFL Week 1 underway in less than an hour. So we are signing off. Any final words, Sidekick?
Go Colts.
Go Colts. Yep. All right. See you guys.
See ya.